Hi folks, welcome in Seven Rivers Racing KQEG TV, the final show of the 2015 race season. I'm Dan Dyker. First and foremost, I want to thank all the folks at Motorsports Management and the Crosse Speedway, Greg McCarnes, Chuck Deary, Dave Nelke, and the entire staff for having me on board to announce again this year, and all the great stuff they do to make sure we get the TV show on the air both here in the studio and out at the racetrack. They've done a fantastic job here in year number 5. I also want to thank the entire staff at Mississippi Thunder Speedway. That would be Bob Tim and Paula Tim and all the other ownership and all the staff up there. Did some good things this year as we had a lot of different segments featuring a lot of dirt track racing, and we're going to keep doing that next year as well. Also, all the drivers from both area tracks and from some touring series that came on this year, making it a good year again for year number 5. So both La Crosse Speedway and MTS appreciate what you've done for the program, and we'll be bringing you more action coming up later next year with more footage of races from both racetracks, and we're going to be doing that again on today's program. Do want to remind you, coming up on Nights of Thunder here on KQEG TV on Sunday night, 7 o'clock I think is going to be the start time. The final Nights of Thunder for this year. Jesse, am I correct? I think I am. Sunday night, you're going to be able to watch the rest of Oktoberfest, the Big 8 JMAC 68 race, the Vintage race, and the Oktoberfest 200 lap race. On today's program, we're going to show you the last part of the Vintage race, since Kenny Hutchins and those guys brought out such a huge collection of vintage cars. There was a bounty out for Royce Ross here, so that'll be in segment 2. And then we're going to end the program with the last 8 or 9 minutes, the exciting portion of the 200 lap fast race from this year's Oktoberfest Race Weekend. That's going to be coming up on today's program. Do want to remind you a couple of pieces of unfinished business for both race tracks. The awards banquets. La Crosse Speedway is coming up at the Stony Creek in Onalaska. That's going to be Friday night, December 4th. Doors will open at 6, picture taking, cocktails, and all that good stuff. They've got a good menu this year that you're going to be able to hit through for the dinner. The awards will start at 7 o'clock with Chuck Deary and myself as your MCs. Tickets are now available until November 25th. There's only space for 200 folks. You should have got the mailer in the mail here just a couple of weeks ago, within the past couple of weeks, I should say, so you can send your registration form back in. And inside that mailer, make sure you fill out those most best appearing car, best appearing team, hard luck, hard charger, all those different ballots are going to be in there. Make sure you send those back into the La Crosse Speedway, because that's how we determine a lot of our different awards that we hand out. You can contact the track, 608-786-1525, or just go to lacrossespeedway.com. So that'll be my free dinner Friday, December 4th. Another one coming up on Saturday, December 5th, as we head to Winona, the Riverport Inn and Suites. That'll be the location of the Mississippi Thunder Speedway Annual Racing Banquet. Dan Bailey and I will be your MCs for the night there. The social hour will start at 5. The dinner starts at 6. And the awards presentation will start at 7:30. We're going to have a DJ afterwards and a lot of picture taking as well. For tickets for the MTS banquet, either call Bob Tim. His number is at MississippiThunder.com, or stop by Bob's location, Oak Ridge Fabrication, located, I want to say that's the north end of Winona. And you can stop up and get tickets between Monday and Friday between 9 and 5. I know they also have a limited space to get people in there. Again, that's going to be the Riverport Inn and Suites, where it's been the past couple of years in Winona for MTS, and the Stony Creek Inn in Alaska, and that will be for the La Crosse Speedway. Of course, Jesse and I are going to be there in our ties and suits. We're going to have the camera with us as well. And I thought we did a great job. The way we incorporated the show this year is we went out to the awards banquet before dinner and interviewed all the past champions from 2014. We're going to do the same thing this year. So champions, make sure you get your speeches ready, as we're going to be doing the same thing for next year's program. We'll see if Greg McCarnes will be around, Chuck Deary and Dave Nelke, and we'll get everybody on to start the 2016 season with quite a few shows of reflections back. And we're going to try to do the same thing for MTS this year. Try to get up to the Champions Banquet with a TV camera and talk to some of those drivers and those champions as well, and maybe Bob Tim. And that'll be part of next year's program as well. So as we get you set for the vintage race for segment 2 and the 200 lap Oktoberfest feature for segment 3, again, I do want to thank Rick Wilson and Jesse behind the camera, everybody here at KQEG TV for allowing me to do the show for year number 5. Gotten bigger and better. Want to thank all the viewers out there for watching as well. The feedback has been outstanding, and we greatly appreciate your support and the support from the other sponsors we have here on the program. So without any further ado, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, these guys did a great job. We had them out during July. We had them back for Oktoberfest. A huge number, probably the largest number of vintage cars I've ever seen racing at the same time of the Crosse Speedway. They did it in July as part of a special program of the Tundra Late Model Series, and they came back in full force for Oktoberfest. There was a bounty out for Royce Ross here. Whoever could top him, $300. And this was an exciting finish. We're going to check out the vintage race from Oktoberfest coming up next on KQEG TV.
Get ready for the Thunder!
The Mississippi Thunder Speedway.
Your Friday night racing destination.
Every Friday night.
Super stocks, modified.
600 mods.
Pure stocks, street stocks, B-mods.
It's racing excitement, dirt track style. Tickets $12 for adults, $10 for seniors. Students free with an ID. And this year, kids 17 and under free with an adult admission. Friday night racing starts at 7.
Bring on the Thunder!
Dirt track style at the Mississippi Thunder Speedway.
Highway 35 just north of Fountain City.
Some of the best moments in life happen at home. American Standard Heating and Air works smarter to make them all more comfortable.
Over $400 in rebates available on select American Standard systems. Call Carey Heating and Air Conditioning today for a free estimate.
Rex Ross here goes to work right off the bat on the back end of his brother Royce. Problems in the 7 car. Pat Haney slowing down to a worm's pace down in turn 2. He'll take the high side and try to drop out. Meanwhile, the Rossiers still battle back and forth up front. Rex Rossier, the bounty man, out to the outside. He will cleanly race his brother in and out of the corners. Rex Rossier again puts his foot to the floor. It's a big game of brotherly love coming out of turn 4 between those two drivers. And Rex Rossier takes the race lead with 12 laps remaining. So the bounty man, Rex Rossier, has the lead. Here comes Chris Loberg. Do we have a challenger? Will we have a challenger for the bounty? Loberg into second. So our top 4 coming out of turns 3 and 4. The only challenger to the bounty man will be Chris Loberg on the 40th anniversary of Tom Refner's Super America car, the Blue Knight. We are halfway home, 10 laps down, 10 laps down. It has become a race of 2 vintage cars. Rex Rossier and Chris Loberg. Battling right behind is Woody Poole, the 02. Royce Rossier in the 4 car. Still in the top 5 is the 56. Oh, here we go. Your second place car digging up mole holes. The only car to challenge your race leader decided to play mole on the back straightaway. And the wheeling caution period comes out again. Loberg had his foot stuck in that awfully hard as he was trying to bring in Rex Rossier. 32 car John Meyer is off the track. He pulled in turn 3. So we get the starting order back in shape. The only gentleman to put a challenge on the bounty man Spins out in the back straightaway, but there are 9 laps left. Can Loberg do it again with a grill full of muck? If he does it again, I guarantee his daughter Elizabeth's going to wrestle him out of that car and try to get into herself next year. So the Bounty Man, Rex Rostier, is your top car, followed by the 0-2. That is Greg Scheck, former Sportsman driver here at the Speedway. Royce Rostier in the 4. 56 is Pat Eklund. And Ken Lewis in the Hooters, number 7. Brickle Brothers flag stand is where you'll find Greg Oliver. He'll show them the one to go. All right, another single file restart with 9 laps remaining. Lights have gone off, and does the track Oktoberfest car. That is the Pischke Motors Quick Trip powered pace truck. Well, Greg Scheck knows this racetrack as a former Sportsman champion. Does he know that car? We're going to find out as we go back to green. Matter of fact, Greg Scheck used to run a 1932 heavy vehicle out here in the Sportsman's class. He's in the mirror of Rossio. Bumper to bumper, they come on a turn 4. How about a big push? Here comes Greg Scheck to the outside of Rossier. If Scheck can hold on, he'll take home an extra $320. Looks like he'll favor the outside rail as they come out of turn 4. 7 laps to go. Once again, Scheck to the high side. Ross here to the inside. Scheck's got his foot into it. The drag race is on. Former Sportsman champ Greg Scheck trying to collect the bounty. He's got the lead. 6 to go. Scheck putting on quite the show here this afternoon as he's opened up a considerable lead over Rex Rossier. Leaders coming out of the corners with 5 laps remaining. Scheck needs to hold on for 4 more laps. Says he's got Rex back in his mirror, about 10 car lengths back. His brother Royce running 3rd. Ken Lewis running 4th. Took Shep about 11 laps to finally get the gerbils to start eating under the hood of that 0-2 car, and it's worked for him quite well so far. As we'll put 3 laps back on the Ashley Furniture scoreboard. For Greg Scheck, 2 more laps to get this one done. Rex Rossier still holding down that number 2 position as Greg Scheck heads his way into turns 3 and 4. Sit down where it smells fantastic. This time by a white flag, 4 left turns and a front straight remain. It's Scheck, Rex Rossier, his brother Royce Rossier and Ken Lewis battle for 3rd and 4th. Out of the corners they come. Greg Scheck looking at a payday of $320. Let's put the one away and bring out the checkers. Your vintage race winner, Greg Scheck. Rex Ross here will collect second. His brother Royce will cruise along the line for third. Followed by Ken Lewis out of Black River Falls, your top four. Well, again, congratulations. That gentleman that won the vintage race, first time he'd ever raced at Crosse Speedway, and he was getting ready to celebrate his 72nd birthday, and he did that thing in style. What a great race that was. And really want to congratulate all the guys with the vintage cars that are still putting some together. What a great response we had twice when you came out to La Crosse this year. Can't wait to see what you've got in store next year. Coming up next, wow, what a finish we had in the Oktoberfest 200-lap race. We're going to show you all about the last 20 laps or so right here on Seven Rivers Racing.
Get ready for the Thunder!
The Mississippi Thunder Speedway.
Your Friday night racing destination.
Every Friday night.
Super stocks, modified,
600 mods.
pure stocks, street stocks, B-mods.
It's racing excitement, dirt track style. Tickets $12 for adults, $10 for seniors. Students free with an ID. And this year, kids 17 and under free with an adult admission. Friday night racing starts at 7.
Bring on the Thunder!
Dirt track style at the Mississippi Thunder Speedway.
Highway 35 just north of Fountain City.
Some of the best moments in life happen at home. American Standard Heating and Air works smarter to make them all more comfortable.
Over $400 in rebates available on select American Standard systems. Call Carey Heating and Air Conditioning today for a free estimate.
One more gaggle of lap cars ahead of the leaders. Dean LaPointe had some issues, I believe. LaPointe's car popped and cracked on the front stretch. That's in front of the leaders. Trouble on the front stretch. Travis Sauter is around. Travis Sauter is around and the yellow's out. Travis Sauter spins. Johnny Sauter exits. Yellow's out. We'll have us a shootout.
Well, excuse me, that's going to bring them close together once again. Ty Majeski looked like he was going to pull it off, but now we're going to put Dan Fredrickson right next to him. And a 9-lap, about a 10-lap shootout, actually. Line them up once again. I don't think this will be a double-wide restart, but it might be. We'll have to see what they intend to do. But I think those lap cars were really causing Dan Fredrickson some problems and working to the benefit of Ty Majeski. Now, of course, Majeski will be on the inside on the pole, and it looks like Fredrickson will take the outside. So 10 laps to go. We got to get them back lined up once again. Pits are closed, so nobody can pit at this time. Not that they would want to. And I think it will be a single file restart. I don't see anybody making a move towards the cones at this time. I want to mention our sponsors one more time if I can. Ace of La Crosse at Ace Sportsland at the Shelby Mall. They've been sponsoring our races throughout the entire season. For fishing and hunting and even home repairs, be sure you make it Ace of La Crosse in the Shelby Mall. And mention to them, you heard about them on the races. Pizza Corral up in Holman and Trempealeau. Stop by, have a great pizza. They got that great buffet every day. All the pizza you can eat. Big Boar Barbecue up here in West Salem on Highway 16. If you haven't tried them for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you don't know what you're missing. It's good stuff, let me tell you. Big Boar Barbecue, Highway 16, West Salem. And Little Caesars Pizza on La Crosse Street. Pretzel Crust Pizza is back. Try one with cheddar cheese sauce and pretzel crust. Try their lunch combo, 4 slices of deep dish pizza with a 20-ounce drink for $5. That's at 10th and La Crosse Street. Little Caesars Pizza. 10 laps to go. We're still under yellow. The last 10 laps of the season coming up here. with Ty Majeski at the front of the pack and Dan Fredrickson right on his tail. They're trying to get everybody lined up properly. I think that's the issue. Before we can go green. Sure to tune in Thursday night and watch the final broadcast of Dan Dyker's show of the season. Ten laps to go. We're still under yellow here at La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway. Waiting for drivers to get into position so we can restart this. Probably the 10 biggest laps of the season coming up here. Certainly for Ty Majeski. This has been an incredible Oktoberfest for that young man as he has really made his mark on the La Crosse Speedway this season. Certainly made a major mark on the Oktoberfest. All right, looks like the flag stand's putting away the yellow and pulling out the green. Get ready for this, folks. It's going to be a single file restart. Flagman is waving that green up in the air. I think he's going to give them the one to go as they come by. Here they come. One to go. Ty Majeski in the front. Fredrickson number 2. Gady number 3. Mergic 4. Skylar Holhausen 5. That's your top 5 as we go to restart. They'll bunch up a little bit now as the pace truck pulls away. All right, folks, here we go. The last 10 laps of the Oktoberfest feature race, the Oktoberfest 200, to determine the Oktoberfest champion. Here we go.
Sideways off the corner, but so too. Whoa, here comes Fredrickson. Trouble for Majeski. Trouble for Majeski. Trouble for Fredrickson. Gady wants the lead. Jacob Gady to second. Dan Fredrickson the leader. Mergic clicking to the inside of Majeski for third. Gady may have a shot at it. Fredrickson gets away. New leader Dan Fredrickson with 9 to go. Mergic wants third, looking to the inside of Majeski. A bad start for Ty Majeski. Gady may have a chance. He rolls it in the corner after Fredrickson. Fredrickson able to step off the corner every time though and get away. This one might get interesting if it hasn't already. 2-car lengths in closing. The advantage Fredrickson has that Gady is trying to close. Fredrickson just a few away from a possible 4th Oktoberfest win. Ty Majeski back to third of the 91. Back around Nick Mergic in the 12. Holshausen up to 5th in the 78. Fredrickson extending his advantage. 6 to go. Mergic wants third again. Back to the inside of Majeski. Majeski holds on to third. But here goes Mergic again. Side by side for third. Good racing for third as Fredrickson runs off into the afternoon. 195 scored. 5 to go for Dan Fredrickson. Oh, Ty Majeski hanging on a wire, trying to hold on to the third position. Mergic is there now, so too is Holshausen at 78. But it's Fredrickson and Gady, the Minnesota duo, running away. Mergic trying to put a third Minnesotan on the podium today. All over Majeski for the spot in 2. Here comes Mergic, he'll try it again. 3 to go. Again, fender to fender for third. Majeski just holding on. Holzhausen right there too. Third, fourth, and fifth in a lockstep. Tommy White's got those 2 flags at hand. He's going to put them on the field. 2 to go for Dan Fredrickson. And the battle for third continues still, with Majeski doing all he can to hold off Mergic. Mergic on a bumper of Majeski. Here he comes again. White flag coming this time by. Going to be 1 lap to go for Minnesota's Dan Fredrickson. Here comes Mergic again for third. Mergic's going to have one more chance for third. Majeski runs in low. Mergic puts a boot to the inside. For the 4th time, Dan Fredrickson's going to win this Oktoberfest 200. Gady second, battle for third, coming around. Majeski third, and a champion for Ty Majeski in the 91. 4th, the Nick Mergic. 5th, the Skylar Holzhausen in 78.
Well, again, congratulations, Danny Fredrickson pulling out yet another Oktoberfest feature race win. What a tough break it was for the likes of Ty Majeski and Travis Sauter. Jim Sauter Jr. had a nice race there as well, as he pretty much led the entire first 100 laps. We'll see all those drivers hopefully back next year and a whole bunch more for the 47th annual Oktoberfest Race Weekend. That's going to put the wraps on not another show, but an entire race season here with KQEG TV and Seven Rivers Racing. Again, thanks to all the sponsors, thanks to those drivers and fans that came on the program this year, and everybody that runs this facility. It's been another great year, and I can't wait to see what we put in store for 2016. On behalf of all of us here at KQEG TV, thank you for watching the program. I'm Dan Diker. This has been Seven Rivers Racing.